All right, so today I've been having a little bit of water pressure problems since I put in my new faucet about a year ago, and I've been too lazy to remove the restrictor. But anyways, I put it in a year ago, and I was like, I need to sit down sometime and just remove the restrictor. So I'm going to do that today. I think it gives like a 25 to 40% increase in water pressure, from what I understand. So this is the kind of faucet head, shower head that I have. I don't even know. I just know it's Delta. I don't know the model or whatever because I put it in like a year ago and threw the box away. So anyways, I'll show you how to remove that. So I just went ahead and I wrapped tape around the nut or joint or whatever. That's going to prevent it from scratching that chrome up. And over here, I have a pair of Robo Grips from Craftsman from the now defunct Sears. So I'm just going to use those to remove the shower head. Okay, so make sure you, when you tape it, because when you go to remove the nut or whatever, make sure you wrap the tape around this joint several times. Anyway, you can actually see the water restrictor inside of there. It's that plastic piece, especially in the center. You can see it looks like a little crosshair or whatever, but that plastic piece right in the middle there has to be removed. So we're gonna attempt to do that. Okay, this is what I got so far. I don't have a pair of needle nose pliers. Shockingly enough, I'm gonna have to go buy some of those. But what I've been doing is I've been hammering around the plastic using what's called a scratch owl. You could also probably use a flathead screwdriver. But I'm just kind of busting it up and I'm trying to work this thing out of here. I'll let you know the results. I'm still working on it. Okay, so I've managed to use my little scratch awl tool, which a scratch awl is literally this thing. Scratch awl. It's got a sharp point on it. I've managed to perforate around with a hammer and that tool, and I've like knocked out the center. I've also punctured my thumb. A little bit of Sharpie on there. All right, so making some slow progress here. I'll keep you updated. Okay, so I got it out finally. It came out in these three pieces of plastic here. It's this little, initially it kind of looked like that and it had some rings on the top, but that was the restrictor. And it has this little washer thing that went around it. Anyway, all that shit's gone. So now you're just left with this hole. So that should actually increase your water pressure some. Like I said, it's anywhere I've heard from a 25 to 40% increase, but you do get an increase. So it's not like drastic, especially if it's only like 25%. But hey, 25% is better than nothing. I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and kind of clean around it and stuff, and then I'll show you what I'm doing next. Oh, anyway, how did I get it out of there? Well, like I said, I use this scratch awl tool. And it's got a very sharp point to it, and I use the hammer. So I stuck this thing in there, and I started hammering on the plastic until I broke this little piece right here. Let me see if I can show you where I use the tool. If you can see that, it's hard doing this with one hand. Anyway, see how it pulls apart. I chiseled down with the scratch awl until it snapped, and then of all things, I used a paint can opener, your standard paint can opener. It's got a little like hook on the end, and I used it to dig this thing out. So right now I'm just going to use a Q-tip to clean it out, and then I'm going to retape the threads, and we'll see if it helped. All right, so I'm just going to remove the old tape. Now, honestly, you probably don't even have to do this, but I want to put fresh tape on it. So I'm going to remove this and put some new tape on there. All right, so I got most of the old tape off. Some of it was a little problematic, but that's going to be good enough. Now I'm just going to use some of this Blue Hawk Premium Heavy Duty thread seal tape and retape it there. All right, so I resealed it And I'm just going to screw this thing back on. That's what it looks like with the new thread tape. Make sure you put that so it doesn't leak. And we'll see if it's any better pressure. Should be. Got it screwed back on there, and I went ahead and retaped it. Then I'm going to use my pliers and tighten it. Then I'm going to take the tape off. I also took a moment to kind of shine it up. I mean, you can, they say to use vinegar or whatever. I didn't get it perfect, but there's like calcium deposits or whatever. And we don't have extremely hard water, but we do have some little bit of deposits in the water. I didn't dip it in vinegar. If it's really nasty, you can clean it or whatever. But so I'm going to tighten this bad boy up and hope for no leaks and see if that helped out. It should. Okay, here it is reinstalled, and I actually did nick it slightly, even with the tape on it, so just be careful when you do that. But let's give it a shot here and see if it's any better pressure. And hopefully no leaks, right? No leaks, I don't want that thing to shoot me in the face, so I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Yeah, that should be. Alright, let's see what happens. On mine, I've got to hold this thing down to... Oh, yeah. Whoa. It's really coming out of there. I'm not sure what's going on with... Oh, I need to adjust the... I was like, whoa, wait a second. Apparently when I did my hammering and stuff, it knocked it a little off kilter. Oh, I can already tell you that's better. Yep. So that's going to work. Wish you luck, and like I said, 25 to 40, I'll take it.